this is when Rodgers is going to supposedly start making a decision. This is when we will maybe hear more about what's going on with Kyler Murray. Let's take both of those right now, since those are the linchpins in a way of just how crazy this quarterback carousel might spin over the next month. Albert.
Yeah, I mean, the key day really is March 16th, which is the start of the league year, the start of free agency, and that's when teams' plans start to crystallize. And so, that's the really important checkpoint. That said, I think we both know that there can be a domino effect, and one quarterback comes off the market, and then, that could lead to another team saying, okay, now we got to make our move for our guy last year. Matthew Stafford, that deal wasn't executed until the middle of March, the beginning of the league year, but it was agreed to before the Super Bowl. And the Carson Wentz deal, I believe, was already done at this juncture in the calendar last year as well. And so, it's going to sort of be, where's the first domino? And it just feels to me like Rodgers is going to be the first domino. Now, here's how you want to look at this. Yeah, I really feel like the personal part of the relationship between Rodgers and the Packers has been taken care of and is in a much better place than it was last year. He publicly thanked Mark Murphy and Brian Gutekunst, the two guys he had the biggest problems with last year, in his MVP speech. And I know the Packers feel like the personal issue that Rodgers had with them is if not gone, in a much better place than it was last year. And I think, if you look the way it went last year, there was a period, I hate to use the kids' term ghosted, but there was a period of a month or two there where the Packers literally couldn't get a hold of Aaron Rodgers. So they're not there anymore. I think now what it's going to come down to with Rodgers is the professional part of it. Can they convince Aaron Rodgers that they'll be able to manage their cap issue? They're about $40 million over, project to be that far over, and put the same sort of team around him they've put around him over Matt LaFleur's first 3 years. So I think they've eliminated the personal issue, and now it's going to come down to whether or not Aaron Rodgers thinks the best thing for him professionally is to be in Green Bay.
So then before we jump to Kyler, so the Jordan Love, we've got to get him in there because we drafted him and the clock is ticking and we absolutely need to know who we have in him. That's done. Two back-to-back MVPs have effectively neutralized the drafting of Jordan Love, you believe?
Yeah, I think so. I think the way you want to look at it, it's similar to Brady and Garoppolo in New England, where Brady just basically kept beating Garoppolo out, and look, I think that was the first quarterback Bill took in New England where the intention was this is going to be Brady's successor. And Brady was just so good over the period of time that they had Garoppolo on a rookie contract that the timing didn't work. And so they wind up trading Garoppolo to San Francisco. It wasn't that they didn't like Jimmy. They thought Jimmy could be their starting quarterback. It was just that the timing didn't work because Brady was able to sustain success. And I think the same sort of thing is playing out now in Green Bay. So, my guess would be, I think if they can find a way to keep Rodgers based on the state of their roster, how many guys they have in the prime of their careers, I think they'd be all ears if teams started to call and made offers on Jordan Love. I think that's the point they're probably at now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Kyler Murray.
But again, I want to emphasize when I say that, that's contingent on Rodgers.
Of course. I know that. It takes two to tango, but the fact was that there was no tango, as you pointed out. There was no dance. Right. There was no nothing because there was Jordan Love there, and the fact that that's no longer the come heck or high water approach by the Packers when it comes to Rodgers, that it's okay. I guess you proved us wrong with the back-to-back MVPs. We're gonna stick with the program if you're willing to stick with it. Then that's a change. That's a definite shift.
And there are some moving parts there too. I think that would be contingent on him signing an extension. But if they sign him to say a 2-year, $100 million extension, let's just throw that out there, and it's fully guaranteed, and that helps them manage their cap issue. Well, then how does the timing work out with Jordan Love? And then you're basically saying Jordan Love's never going to be our starting quarterback because his rookie deal is going to be up before Rodgers is out of his guaranteed money.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.